Right now, the customer's behavior and attitude has changed. Customers are taking decisions as to whether to patronize your products and services based on price and, most importantly, how committed you are to their safety. Customer loyalty is now at a price. Customers are not falling for visual display of safety practices or visual display of care. They want to see that you are giving them a good price and you are making sure that your products and services that you're offering them are safe. So what are some of the things you need to be thinking about right now to make sure that you retain your existing customers and that you are also able to attract new customers? Join me in this video for Tactic 4, Customer Strategy. Hello, hi, welcome to my channel, Kingdom Business Sense. I'm Anita Wiafe-Asinor of OML Africa, an entrepreneur and an HR and business consultant. Welcome to Tactic 4 of my COVID business survival series. In this video, we're going to be talking about the customer strategy. Why is this important? Well, customers are taking decisions in a bit of a different way to what we're used to them doing. So what do you need to be doing? Well, number one, you need to have a response, and you need to share this response with your customers. And in this response, there are three key areas you need to communicate. Number one, your response to COVID-19. Number two, how you intend to serve them. And number three, how you intend to make sure that they are safe. And this can be in a form of a statement on your website, on your social handles, email to customers, etc. So that they have an idea of what's happening. And if anything changes, you need to update it and, of course, let them know. Then number two is pricing. The customers are very price sensitive right now. They are checking every little detail to make sure they get the best price. So you do need to look at your pricing. You need to look at ways that you can sell to the customer and be on top of their choice when it comes to buying your type of product and service. This means doing a bit of market research to see what your competitors are doing, what the market is saying on the products and services you're offering, and making sure that your price is competitive. If you are not reducing your price, or even your price is going up, then of course you really need to place a lot of emphasis on the value, benefits and features of your products to, I guess, justify why your pricing is at that level. But price is very important. You really need to look at it and make sure you're being competitive. Number three is health and safety. You need to walk through your business and identify all the risk areas to your customers, and then you need to have a response to those risk areas. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about risk assessments and health and safety. You'll be able to get some good tips from there. But you do need to look at the customer safety in that aspect. And then once you've come up with the safety plan, you always have to make sure the COVID preventative measures are part, where your customers will wash their hands under running water and soap, sanitize. If masks are compulsory, they are wearing masks before entering your business premises, making sure you're social distancing in waiting areas, or if you have a very small work premises or shop, make sure you've got a plan on how many people can be in your shop at any given time. All these things you have to think about in the safety practices. Make sure your employees really have been trained and are aware of these safety practices so they don't let you down. I've walked into shops where that's when the employees have decided to put on their masks. When they went to serve me, I didn't see them sanitizing their hands. That's very important. That tells the customer that for every customer that comes in, your employees are making sure they are sanitizing their hands or washing their hands before they serve them, so they are keeping their hygiene practices up. And I don't want to walk in and then see your employees doing what they're supposed to be doing. So you need to let them know that all these things, customers take it as you are only doing it because I've walked in. So they should be very consistent in making sure they are always ready to receive the customer, and they are making sure safety practices are right at the very top. So it's very important to make sure your employees are connected to your safety practices for your customers. And then customer service. Customer service has to be on top. This is not the time we want to be upsetting our customers when we need customers. This is the time we want to be really making our customers feel very, very welcome, very, very safe. We are engaging with them on our social handles. And this is really a time where we should be very accessible to our customers. All right, this is not the time the customer walks in and they don't feel well, if they're not well received when they've actually gotten out of their house and come into your shop. That's not the best. We really need to get customer service up. If you've now moved your service or your products online, make sure that the companies you are using to deliver are very aware of your position when it comes to customer service. They give time ranges for when delivery will happen. If they're going to be late, they are communicating with the customers, or even with you, so you can communicate with the customers. This is very important because customers, they will go somewhere else. Right now, everybody's also a little bit on edge and not as patient because, lots of things are happening. So really, customer service and experience has to be on top. You have to review what you're currently doing and make sure, again, your employees understand the importance of this right now, and make sure they are connected to whatever you come up with concerning your customer service. Very important. This leads me on to the mode of communication. Customers are going to be using emails, telephone, WhatsApp, social handles to communicate, because then, as far as possible, a lot of them don't want to have to come to your premises. This is not the time someone has called your number, someone is emailing you, a customer wants to ask questions. Nobody's answering the phone. Nobody's responding to the email. The WhatsApp message is just sitting there. They're going to go elsewhere. You need to be alert on all your communication channels with your customers. It has to be really strong in your customer service, because people will be using these channels. So if you know the number you've put is not correct, or it is not one that everybody really pays much attention to, then remove that number and put a number that everyone will be responding to. If you know you're not using that email account, remove it and put the one you're using. Don't frustrate the customer. Make sure they can communicate with you, you can communicate with them. And then I also believe this is the time to engage with the customer. You have all these social handles, ask them questions, do posts. How are you feeling? How are we doing as a company? Can we do more? What would you like to see us doing? Are you satisfied with our services? How are you coping with COVID-19? How are you feeling? Talk to your customers. They are on these platforms, they are following you. Why are you not engaging them? Engaging with them will also help you to know how to serve them better. All right, very, very important in terms of engaging your customers, and so that you know definitely how to serve them better. So I hope these tips have been very useful to you, and I hope that you're going to sit down and think through how best to respond to your customers, and how best to make sure that you are most importantly addressing the issue on price and health and safety. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell so that you get notification when I post new videos. Don't forget to like and share, and of course do comment. Do tell me, what are you doing to ensure that your customers keep coming. Do ask me questions. I'm very happy to answer them. I hope that you have found this useful, and I'm wishing you all the best with your customers in terms of attracting new ones and keeping the ones that you have. It's been a pleasure. I hope to see you in the next video, where I'm going to be talking about Tactic 5, health and safety. We're going to look at risk assessment, and also how we go about doing our health and safety policies. I hope you join me for that. And if you've not watched the other videos, I'm encouraging you to watch them. They are all very useful and will all provide you some tips on a way forward in this COVID crisis. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. See you next time. Goodbye.